understand all of this, Smita Gupta, senior journalist, joins in on the show right now. Smita, hi, morning. Good to have you on ET now. Let's firstly talk about Haryana because that's where the big swing has come and quite the last-minute flip, if I can call it that.
Yes, the trend after that, it has turned twice. It looks as though the Congress infighting has changed since in the morning, the BJP was leading when the postal ballots were in. If this trend holds till the end of the counting, it would point to the fact that the infighting with the Congress has damaged the Congress's chances. Because everything was in favor of the Congress in this election, especially as the BJP had been in power for 10 years, and there were a lot of governance issues that had been taken up. So the battle between Bhupinder Singh Hooda and Kumari Selja is clearly the reason, if this holds, as I said, the reason for this kind of result. Because on the BJP side, there is really, and that is number one. And number two is the fact that the BJP has probably been able to consolidate the non-BJP, non-Jat vote in Haryana. If you recall, in the two elections back, the slogan of the BJP had been 35 banam ek, meaning 35 communities against the one dominant Jat community. So obviously these two things have worked in favor of the BJP in Haryana if these results hold. As far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned, clearly the National Conference Congress alliance has crossed the halfway mark, and the BJP is at 28. Now, what will be interesting to see is where the 10 others, that is 10 independents, seem to be leading. Where are they going to go? If they go with the BJP, for instance, then there will be a very strong opposition in the next Jammu and Kashmir Assembly. The PDP appears to be heading for a rout. We don't know, how many, whether they will get one or two seats. So this, in Jammu and Kashmir, as we know, for 10 years, the state has been without a government, without an elected government. This was the first election after the abrogation of Article 370, after the state was, shrunk into 2 union territories.
Right.
And people, of course, the BJP has been patting itself on the back, saying that, people came out to vote. But I think people also came out to vote, let's not forget, because they wanted an elected government.
That's right, yeah.
At home, they would have, it wouldn't have really helped them.
No, point taken on that, but just interjecting there because of the paucity of time, Smita, and I also wanted to, shift focus away from, of course, the results which are out versus the ones which we are expecting over the next couple of months. And an important state that goes to poll is Maharashtra. Do you expect a bit of a clean sweep here from BJP, given the kind of numbers that we are seeing coming in from Haryana? Has your view changed a bit on how Maharashtra is likely to pan out?
Well, certainly, if the Haryana results hold as they are right now, it will impact Maharashtra. But perhaps the Congress may also learn a lesson from these results. And if the Congress, NCP, and the Uddhav Thackeray group hold, I think we can't rule out. We can't sort of write off the Congress NCP Uddhav Thackeray alliance just yet. This will come as a big shock to the Congress, and let us see what happens. But certainly, the people will be very dispirited in Maharashtra.
Looks like it. Looks like it's going to be a tough fight here as well. But just coming back to Haryana, you made a point about the Jat voters, but the other influencing factor was also going to be Dalit, right? Given the high proportion which is there of Dalits in the population in Haryana state, how do you see that swing factor play out in the results, and also any initial trends that you're witnessing in urban versus the way urban versus rural has really voted?
I haven't seen anything on the urban versus rural, but Dalit votes, apparently they have gone in large numbers to the Congress. That is what one of the figures was showing, that the Dalit votes have gone in large numbers to the Congress. I saw it on one of the channels.
Farmer protests in Haryana, how much of a damage has that caused, or how big a factor was the entire farmer protest?
Well, the farmer protest was expected to, damage the BJP a great deal, because it did do that. We saw that in Western Uttar Pradesh in the general elections not so long ago. We had seen the Agniveer scheme going against the BJP. And as you know, the Agniveer scheme is important in Haryana too, because a lot of young men in Haryana joined the armed forces, and it was an issue there. But in the end, if these results hold, it will mean that the infighting in the Congress really damaged the Congress party. And also, the last minute, you had Mr. Bhupinder Hooda taking in Ashok Tanwar, another Dalit, formerly in the Congress party, who had campaigned for the BJP just a few hours before into the party fold. And everybody could read that message. The message meant that he wanted to cut down Kumari Selja. So, I mean, these kind of games really, don't play. I mean, you have to be really very, very strong to be able to keep all your rivals within the party under control and yet win the elections. So let us see how the Haryana results finally pan out.
Word on J&K as well, because what I'm giving to understand is that independence will play a large part in that, because you talked about the 10 seats there as well, over 40% of them. Do you think they could be the kingmakers and BJP will still stand a chance there, or not really?
Well, I've just been looking at those numbers. At the moment, if if those 10 MLA, if they are saying 10 people are leading, 10 independents, if those 10 we add to the 28 seats in which BJP is leading, that's 38. Plus, there will be 5 MLAs that will be, who are not part of this 90, but who will be nominated by the Lieutenant Governor, who is obviously the center's man. They come up to 47. How much is there? 43. And Congress NC is still at 48. So I think the chances are very slim of the result getting overturned, but certainly it will be a very strong opposition in the assembly. If these numbers hold, I mean, things can change. Just a few seats here and there can make all the difference. But as things stand, you can be sure of one thing, a very, very strong opposition in the assembly.
All right. Appreciate your time. Thank you so much for breaking down for us what exactly is happening and what the potential outcome could mean with respect to the election results. And on that note,
there comes a time when your heart calls for you to arise. Plant your feet solid into the ground. Decide your own limits, and then break right through them. Become something more. It's my time to rise.